Hi, I'm Nina. Welcome to Nina in the Kitchen. I just made a turkey stuffing, and now I'm going to change that from stuffing, which goes into the bird, to a dressing, which cooks separately from the bird. And so for that, here's what I have. I have my stuffing. You can use your favorite stuffing recipe. I have a turkey wing, and the weight of this wing equals the weight of the bread that I used. I have 1 pound of bread. This is actually like 1.5 pounds turkey wing. Back here I have a pan that's prepped, ready to go. So I wanted to show you how to segment these wings. You can do this too. You just go into a joint. Now this one is partially cut for me. You can do this recipe with turkey. You can also do it with chicken. And what I'm going to do is just brown these segments. I'm going to cut this into 3, brown the segments in the pan with a little oil. And the way that you cut these bones is you can have your butcher do it too, but you can just kind of feel where the joint is. It's right there. And sometimes it's at sort of an angle that you wouldn't suspect. So, I don't know if you can see that. Once you find the joint, you can just cut right through it like butter. And now with these pieces, because they're so big, what I'm going to do is put about 10 holes into them. I'm going to pierce them so that the juices come out of this wing and go into the turkey stuffing or dressing. And the reason for that is the flavors of this turkey will permeate the bread stuffing, and it's so delicious, and you would never know that this was done on the side and not in the bird. I'm just going to finish this one up. I'm going to brown these wings on both sides, and then we'll come back. These turkey wings are browned, so I'll just turn that off. And what you do is I put the stuffing into a 9x13 pan. I'm just going to put these segments right over. Okay, now I have a little bit of chicken broth left over. I'm just going to deglaze this pan with it. You try to scrape up all of those brown bits because that fond is what we are fond of. There's a lot of flavor in there. I don't want to waste it. A metal spatch would probably be better than what I'm using, but oh well. That ship has sailed. So I'm just going to pour this over this turkey and some of that dressing. And now this goes into a 350 to 375 degree oven. Put foil tightly over the top. And I'm going to check this after about an hour, but because of that one segment of the wing being so big, I think it's going to be longer than that. So I'll see you in an hour. We'll see what came out of the oven after 1 hour. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but these wings were purchased separate from the turkey. So if you want to keep your turkey whole, you can still do this recipe by buying them separately. If you can't find turkey wings, you can do chicken wings. So, okay, let's just see how this looks. This is an hour. I don't expect that it's going to be done. Let me just measure this guy. We want to see 165, 170. And I'm getting, yeah, it's going to be like a 150. So it just has to go in for, I'll try another half hour. And this time, I'm going to, let's see, you know, this looks nice. I mean, the moisture level on this is really nice. I think I'm going to do 15 minutes with the foil on, and then I'm going to take the foil off so that this gets a little crusty because We like it that way. And I'll see you when it comes out. So that's going to be about a half hour. Hi, well, I'm back, and my husband had to run out for an appointment, so I'm on my own here, which is why photography is not going to be so good. So this is the turkey that just came out, and let's see what we have here. There's a good spot. I want to hit 165 to 170. And this is on the biggest piece, so I know the other pieces will be fine. So what I've done, just to recap, is this went in at 350 for an hour. I took it out, I put it back in for another 15, and then bumped the heat up to 375. Took the foil off. Oh, we're 175 here, so that's plenty hot. I took the foil off and so that I would let this get kind of crispy, roasty. And you can see right under the wing, under these meat pieces, it's a little moist. So what I'm going to do is just fluff this around with a fork and come back in 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, this will be ready to go. So I'm just going to have a little taste for you. And I have to say, this recipe is amazing to me because you have these little crunchy bits, which I love. Then you have these little creamy parts, which I love. I did this with 1 pound of bread, the stuffing, I should say, and 1.5 pounds of turkey. Now, these turkey pieces can be used for soups, sandwiches, salads, any way that you use your turkey parts. And this comes out kind of crunchy, but it stays moist in the center because of all of the juices that are exuded from the turkey. It's amazing, just that small amount of turkey helps this so incredibly. Of course, you could double the recipe. You can have the recipe for doing a little chicken. Really good. Who doesn't love stuffing? You would never know that this was not in a turkey. That is amazing. Amazing. So I hope you try this recipe, and I hope that you come back to see more of Nina in the kitchen. Thanks, guys. Bye.